Good evening, everybody present out here. Today, this evening, Friday evening, we have gathered to discuss a little on the topic Reimagine Finance. So it's not on a particular subject. It's a broader subject, which is something which is already existing, but we want to reimagine it from a different angle. That's how it is. So when we say reimagine finance, automatically the question comes, when did we first imagine finance? Reimagine means we have imagined already. So when did we imagine it already? When was the time? Anybody?
When we realize the power of money.
When we realize the power of money. Fantastic. So, and when did we realize the power of money? I think at the very dawn of civilization, when we used to exchange one thing with other thing, the barter system and all. So we understood there should be a standard thing through which we will do the exchange procedures. So that's how money came, and we all know that. So finance or accounting or whatever you call it as, this has come in the brain of human beings. Of course, human beings only, they know finance. We only use money, not the animals and others. So we have come up with this concept of finance, accounting and money at the very beginning of human civilization only. And then with the evolution of civilization and other things, this particular domain, this sector has evolved a lot. So many things have come up. Business have become complicated. We started making different institutions, organizations, different companies, the exchange of money and assets and other things. So we just finance developed and developed and developed. Recently, like suppose we are standing in 2023 now. When we say reimagine finance, that means that we are trying to look at the particular topic, particular subject from a different perspective, from a broader, not a different perspective, from a broader perspective. We want to include, we want to incorporate certain spheres, certain things, certain domains which are not directly relevant to accounting and finance, but indirectly they are like intermingled with the concept of finance. And in this complex industry structure, in this, say industry 4.0, we have to use so many things together to make it a whole global accounting system, an unified accounting system. Because globalization has already occurred already a long back, and people, mainly the professional bodies, professional accounting bodies all around the world, they are thinking, they are putting some efforts to you can say to change their, update their syllabus, to incorporate new things continuously. It's a continuous upgradation process, so that the credential, the qualification they will provide will be in synergy with the industry demand. So suppose we say cost accounting, from the very concept of bookkeeping and other things, basic accounting, cost accounting has traveled a long way. Now we talk about crypto, we cryptocurrency, we talk about like sustainable financial management and other things. So things have evolved in a long way. And when we say reimagine, that means we are imagining that particular domain in a broader perspective. So regarding that only, we are going to discuss today. Let me introduce our eminent speakers of the evening. We have Mr. Vineet Power. He is actually from the Institute of Management Accountant itself. He's from the India chapter. And we have Professor Ramesh Babu Nimani, a very veteran CMA US with multidimensional experience in teaching, training, research, and all. We also have Professor Sanjay Ramchand. Again, he is a senior CMA US with a huge experience in the corporate sector, in the industry, as well as in teaching. And myself, I'm Ashwati Bhattacharya. So I'm basically an engineer, but turned to an edupreneur. And I'm the CEO of this company, Uplift Professionals. So now for the last 10 years, I'm observing this particular market, how these professional accounting qualifications came into India, how the awareness is built, how people nowadays, it is a familiar name, it's a household name. People know. Most of the students, when they take join a BCom course or a BBA finance course, they come to know about that. Yeah, there is something called that international CMA or CPA or some like CIA. I have to do something in addition to whatever is taught in my college so that I can be at par with the industry. So the change, the shift of mindset I have seen in my own eyes in the last 1 decade. So I think that's enough for conclusion now. I'll be calling Mr. Vinit Power. Let us listen about the qualification from the horse's mouth directly. Yes, Vinit.
Thank Baswati for organizing today's event and sincerely appreciated for being today's evening. And I really acknowledge all of you joining Friday evening, 7:30 for this call. And quickly, I'll just open up one. I just forget, get me the screen sharing option. Yes. Okay, so what I'll probably do, I'll keep it a mix today, today's session, and I would also share a story, and I also talk about some bit of technology, and also talk about reimagine finance. I'll cover some bit of future of finance, and also I'll cover what we as an organization doing for the changes and what are we doing to help people, to be stay ahead of the curve. See, this is a very interesting quote which I came today. So, which is like the illiterate of 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. And the world is moving in a very fast pace. And like I said, I'll be sharing a story today. I wanted to share the story about a woodcutter. He was aligned a task by his king to just go into the village and at least cut trees. And I'll come every month and see your task, how many you're cutting every month. So then one fine day, king went to the village and see that he could only cut 18 trees. He was saying, okay, 18 trees is less, but I think you should speed up because I think 18 trees in a month is very less trees. So next month he put more effort. He could only cut 15 trees. And king was getting more angry that last month I told you that you have to cut more trees and you're cutting 18, now 15. So well, I'll give you another month. And another third month he could only cut 12 trees. What could be the reason behind it? Anyone know? Anyone would like to answer? You must have heard this story. Why was he not able to? Was he old, or was his strength was weak? What could be a reason?
May not be properly looked into, sir. It must be sharpened, I think.
I'm sorry.
The saw what he is using must be sharpened, I think.
Yes, see what you've been very rightly said. Yes, so I think what he has missed over last 3 months is just he has not sharpened his axe. And this is where he was thought his strength is weak, or he was thinking maybe I'm turning old. But what I'm telling you here again is very emphasizing. You need to sharpen your axe if you really want to put in efforts. And end of the day, if you think of trying to build up strength, or maybe you try to build up something else, but you need to understand to stay ahead of the curve, you really need to sharpen your axe. This is what the message I wanted to share it today. So now I'm Vinit Pawar. I'm a regional manager, Northeast India, and I oversee the market for India for being 1.5 years. Over and above, I have close to 20 years of experience into hardcore into education. I help partners, course providers, universities. I help student complex problem. I work very closely with corporates. And over and above what I'm been doing, I love this education industry. Education is my hobby, and I help students to get their skills and get them jobs. So that's what my core area is. Over and above, I'm a certified yoga instructor. I run every day. I'm a ultra runner also. So like I had to 21 kilometers quite frequently. And over and above, I love cycling. So just like one fine day, I was like cycling, doing 110 kilometers in a day. So that can I also do that. I love boxing. I love swimming. These are some skills which I always feel that this will might take me. So I wanted to ensure that a soft skill and hard skill has to go in hard alongside. And I still like while in pandemic, I managed to do 18 certifications just because the pandemic was there, and I think how else to be ahead when you're sitting at home. So I was optimizing to do as many certificates as I can. And that point of time, I also did about my yoga certified teachers training instruction. So I did about 500 hours of training that point of year. This is a bit about me. And now coming to the point, what we are here today, we're living in disruption. We're living in challenges. Anyone would like to tell what kind of disruption we are living right now? See, let's keep this session more interactive. Let's have discussion. Then I'm speaking. So if we can keep this interaction, then it makes us to know me better. I would love to know you more. So what are the disruptions these days? Let me open the chat. If you can also type. No one? Okay. So probably what I'll tell you, we are living in the disruption, and disruption are like globalization, geopolitics, demographic changes, and culture, customer empowerment, and technology. These are the four major driver of disruption. And I'm telling you why I'm sharing this slide. Over and over, pandemic is also a disruption, and then we're seeing a war in Ukraine that's also causing a lot of disruption. And this is also changing the status quo. A lot of things are changing across Europe, and especially in Ukraine and Russia. They are going through a big turbulence, and this has impacted. If you see this, oil prices, everything is going high. So this is a major driver of disruption. And now. Reason being, I'm saying that we're living discipline, how essential it is. This is what a deep research happened between KPMG and few HR folks. And this is what they were saying, that the finance function responded. What the HR said, that in the organization, less than 3% were saying that the finance function has skill it need, which is like very, very a change. Like, the skills was very less. And what I'm telling you, in organization, there is shortage of skills. And there were a lot of skill gaps. So this top skill gap was digital infrastructure, digital implementation, people skills, and leadership skills. So these were the main skill gap, which was being done research and identified that. And over and above, if you'll see this slide, a lot of things are changing post. If you'll see, we're talking a lot on AI and automation. And if you'll see anything which is in red, you're safe if you're working in this area. Anything in data collection, and if you're working in data processing or predictive physical, that is going on to automation. Anything which is like managing others, applying expertise, stakeholders, and predictive physical, that will still less automobile activities. So how essential is in finance, the technology is playing a very, very important role. And this is where we need to rethink, reimagine finance, how things will shape up in future. I mean, upgrade is the only thing which is required. And now, if I'll say, this is what World Economic Forum says, 65% of children entering primary school today will ultimately end up working a new job that does not exist yet. So imagine your kids, or whosoever is going to school right now, when they'll be after 12, when they'll be graduate. So the jobs will totally change, role will totally change. So this is what is happening in real time. And this is not me, I'm saying, this is what World Economic Forum is saying. 65% of children entering primary school today will ultimately end up work style, which is totally different what they're doing right now. Over and above, if you'll see, by 2030, up to 3 billion people may need to switch occupation and learn new skills, or they'll end up losing jobs. That what McKinsey Global Institute December report research says. And over, I would like to talk about, this is what how the factory of Toyota looks like in 2000. And if you'll see, there are about 3-4 cars. If somebody can count me, how many people are building how many cars? Anyone can guess for me how many people are there in this factory right now? This is a Toyota factory somewhere around 2000.
Around 7 to 8, I think so, if I'm not wrong.
7 to 8. Are you sure? I can see only 7 on the left side.
15 people, sir.
14, and how many 14, 15 people? How many cars they are manufacturing?
4, I think so, no? 3 or 4.
Right. 3?
4 to 3 or 4, max to max 4.
And can you see somebody at the left, at the right corner? Can you see some more people? Yeah, so they are more than there are approximately there are 20 odd people are there in this floor and building 3 cars, right? Can I show you how this factory looks like now?
Sure, sir, sure.
How many people? How many cars?
2%, I think so.
Yeah, and how many cars they're building? So just think it that through. Think it through. Take a couple of deep breaths and just think it through. If you are a business owner, if you are a founder, if you are an investor, which form of organization would you fund?
Meeting.
This one, present one.
Absolutely. More number of cars with less people.
Right.
So, and probably you'll see that these people, only those people will stay ahead of the curve who are able to learn automation. And rest who are still laggard, who are not ready to upgrade their skill set will be left behind. Right? Do I make sense?
Right, sir, absolutely right.
So now the 5 things what finance function should focus on now is data analytics. It's very, very essential. Is the core. Intangible value ESG. I hope you know what is ESG. What is the full form of ESG? Anyone?
Economic, social, grievance,
Absolutely. Economic, social, and governance.
governance.
Yeah. So this is a crucial what you finance function should focus, and this is what you have to reimagine finance. Where now people are thinking that finance function have to also focus on environment. Finance function people also have to look at social and governance. And this realization came post-pandemic. And this is like where you have to see that how better you can be environment friendly, how better you can work better, how you take care of social, and how you can be at governance. Value creation is very essential. Talent development is very, very crucial, and trust and public interest is the essence of the cake. So these are some 5 things when finance should focus as of now. This is crucial and this is important. And this came through a deep research. And now this is very, very interesting slide. And this is, I wanted to pause here for a while. I'll still recollect while I'm meeting one of the very senior person of Deloitte. And he told me like, Vineet, over a time, going forward, who will be hired in finance and marketing and HR? Finance, marketing, HR people who understand technology, or technologies who understand finance, marketing people? To give you a surprise, a lot of banks like Barclays and RBS, they are hiring a lot of people who are engineers, who can make things automation. And if finance people are not upgrading, then essentially the technology people who are engineers, they will be able to come and bring automation. Do I make sense here? This is what McKinsey report says, where machine could replace humans and where they can't. Right. So now if you'll just evaluate, just for an instance, 1975, if you see an organization like Tata, if you talk about some big Indian former grade, and if you see that tangible asset was 83% and intangible asset was 17%, compared to 2015 and going forward, like Uber, Ola, and if you see all these startups where their intangible asset has been 84%, and like if you'll also see tangible asset has been 16%. So whereas it's become a very difficult for a finance function to evaluate those organizations where they don't have, if you'll see an Uber, car is not being owned by them, driver is not being owned by them. It's just like they have one small office based out of US, and they have a very small functional team, and everything is an AI where any issue you have, you just have to raise an escalation or chat. They'll be able to solve it. This has been a big game changer, and this has been a very difficult for finance function to to how to evaluate organization, how to value organization in today's world. So now these are some essential skills, which is very, very essential. 2025, where these are skills have been required, and to your surprise, if you're in the finance function, you need to. I'll pause this slide here for a while, and probably if you'll see, there's nothing as hard skills here. They're talking about like the skill which is required in future is complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management, coordination, emotional intelligence, judgment and decision, service orientation, negotiation, and cognitive flexibility. Anyone would like to answer why these skills are crucial in 2025 and 2030? Why these skills are important? Why critical thinking, complex problems is crucial in future? Anyone? Let's keep this a very interactive session. Let's talk to each other. Why emotional intelligence is so crucial in future? And just to be ahead of the curve, if you're working in finance function and you need to have this skill set, is essential. You can type also. Anyone?
So maybe upcoming generation,
I think I'm not able to hear you. Sorry?
maybe upcoming generation becomes changes with technology.
See, if you'll see, a lot of these skills will not be automated and hard to automate. And if I'll go back to this slide, if you'll see this slide, always, if I'll go back to this slide 1 minute, this one. And I'll come back to this slide, you will have some ideas where you will foresee that where emotional intelligence, creativity, and critical thinking is essential. And to your surprise, nothing has mentioned as a hard skills. And also, I wanted to give an insight. This is what I was attending one of the very interesting meeting in one of the big four, and whereas in India, people are always focused on hard skills versus where engineers and all that. Whereas in US, students are more on focusing on these skills, complex problem solving, critical thinking. They focus on these skills. Okay. So now a little bit about us. We have told you that what are the challenges, what are the issues we are facing, and a little bit about us, what we as an organization are doing to reimagine finance, and how we are doing changes. So we are close to 140 lakh thousand members across 150 plus countries. We have 12 global offices across the globe. One is in Bangalore, and I'm based out of Delhi. We have 350 chapters, and we have close to 100 years of legacy. We are 100 years old organization. And to be ahead of the curve, the biggest question always comes to us to stay ahead of the curve. We have to update our skill set. We have to upgrade our skills, and we have to keep changing our syllabus. So this is the world-class IMA Management Accounting Competency Framework. This has been a deep dive research, have been thorough research. We reached out to a lot of finance function, we reached out to a lot of CFOs, a lot of HRs, and we always ask them what are the things are essential in future and what should we have into a qualification framework. And they have to pin down something, 6 essential skills, which is must have in finance. So we have incorporated those into our qualification framework. One of the most essential is leadership skills. How to lead a people, that might become an automation. This is very essential. And strategic planning performance is a very important skill set which we have added to our qualification, and this has been came as a detailed research. And if you'll see technology and analytics, we have kept into part 1 and part 2. We have kept technology analytics into our core qualification just to ensure that our members and students are always stay ahead, and they are knowing what is happening in future, and they are able to stay ahead of the curve. And business acumen and operation is also kept into a competency framework, which is, if you'll see the center, we talk about professional ethics and value. Ethics and value will take you miles away. So which is the base of the IMA qualification framework. To deep dive, if I'll break this down into a subject, you'll see this is a subject looks like. These are 2 exams we have, part 1 and part 2. We call it financial planning, performance analytics, and second we call strategic financial management. And if you'll see the part 1, if you'll see technology and analytics, which you will see here, which we talk about here, we have covered in part 1. We have added this new framework into our qualification framework just to ensure that our members, our students are always ahead of the curve. And if you'll see, professional ethics is also there. Risk management is crucial. Decision analysis is very, very crucial. Financial statement analysis is important. So this is how our qualification framework looks like. So each exam is roughly 4 hours long. 100 multiple choice question are there, followed by 38-minute essay type. And over and above, it takes about to complete this qualification. It takes about 2 exams, bachelor degree, 2 years relevant work experience, and active member of IME. So exams are administered at a testing center, a computer-based testing center exam. Exams happen January and February, May and June, September and October. We are part 1 and part 2 can be given in any order. And I think for more detail, more insight about this, you can reach out to Baswati. She'll be able to explain you in more details. But just to give you a background, so we are like ones who done this qualification who are working, they work in this kind of area. The roles which where CMA works is purely into a CFO, CEO, finance controller, advisory service, CPA firm, business analyst, cost accountant, data scientist, data analyst, risk finance. But these kind of roles which usually get to US CMA into organization. So now I'll just skip what CMA does. They guide critical business decision, provide valuable strategy advice, combine financial expertise, business knowledge, provide strong leadership and management skills. These are some essential skills which is required, which is what management accounting does for your better understanding. And these are some student-centric event. We do it across the globe and we do a lot of case study challenge, student leadership challenges to ensure that students are like real-time updated. And these are some member event. And these are a range of company who we work very closely. So recently, we're working with Oracle, we're working with GT, and we're working with Wipro, HP. These are company who hire CMA and a good package. So and these are the one who have helped us upgrade our syllabus. So these are the ones who hire CMA graduates. So now I'll just pause myself. We'll open this for a discussion, and I hope this slide tells you very clearly that ability to learn faster may be only a competitive advantage. So now I'll open this floor for discussion. If you have any question, we can have a more detailed discussion about it. So now one thing more before you go today, just while you go back today for this weekend, I think you should ask this question to yourself. What do you want to do? What do you stand for? What are your core values? How do you want to people see you? What type of people do you admire to be? What habit do you follow? These are some essential questions you should ask yourself today. And to be ahead of the curve and to stay to upgrade in finance function, you really need to ask this question to yourself today. So this is my phone, this is my email ID, and this is my LinkedIn connect. You can certainly reach out to me. I think Baswati, I've been speaking a lot now. I will now open this floor for discussion.
Sir, actually for CMA, you have been told 2 years of relevant work experience is needed.
Yeah.
So whether what kind of experience should we really be only in that accounting department or any I'm asking I'm now currently working in a public sector bank in a credit department. So whether I will be eligible in the 2 years experience, come under the 2 years experience.
Okay, see, Satya, what is there? It's just like there's a 2 years of finance and accounting experience. There are certain PR documents which I can probably share it to you, or probably I'll share it with Baswati. She'll share it. It will give you a detailed insight. It will tell you what are the skills is required. So technically, you need to be working in a finance and accounting domain. But it has a detailed document. I can share it to you, and you can self-evaluate that how your skills will be matched on that, and how you can cover that 2 years of experience. Does this answer your query?
Yes.
And Satya, I think best would be ideal to have a look at the document, that PR document, and you can self-assess that what kind of roles you are working and how it will be valued as your PR. So you can.
Satya, I will share that with you. And you just let us know the kind of profile you are having right now, and we'll do it accordingly.
Fine.
Thanks, Baswati.
Thanks, Satya. Anybody else? Do you have any
yes,
other
this
question?
is Raghu Vidyarthi. I would like to ask. Hi. So I would like to ask. How does the curriculum? If you can brief us about the subjects, the curriculum, and how your coaching would, be taking place.
We'll do that. We'll do that very soon.
Vibhu, I think Bhaswati will be able to answer that query to you. If you
Yeah.
want, I can reshare you the slide of the content if you wanted to have a look. You
Okay,
wanted to,
I don't know whether this forum would be the right place, but how different you are from your competitors who take coaching for CMA. We would like to definitely know that. Uh, you know, uh,
Of course, we will say on behalf of Uplift professionals, we will be letting you know where are the what are the USPs and why we're different. How do we teach? We have our esteemed professors also with us. So just wait for some time. If you have any question which is in general to CMA, as Vineet is from IMA. So if you have any in general question about CMA itself, you can ask Vineet.
well, as I am a working professional myself, I don't have some, I know the industry very well. So, why I'm planning to doing a CMA is upgrade my, skill set. So maybe, I will ask relevant questions to CMA offline.
yeah,
But definitely,
Vibhu,
I am quite eager to know about the, training course you will be taking us through how the, online trainings will happen. So
Of
Vibhu
that's
course,
just,
of
the thing
course.
I'm eager on.
Vibhu,
Yeah, just after this session, we'll know. Yeah,
okay.
Vinit, please.
I'm saying, Vibhu, where are you based?
I'm based out of Delhi and I'm a chartered accountant.
Oh, excellent,
Uh-huh.
excellent.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Just to give, yeah,
yes.
I'm so
So
sorry,
I have,
Vibhu, just to, you
yes, please.
go on.
So I carry more than 20 years of experience majorly into international accounting.
Mm-hmm.
And my area is basically in dealing with, month end or financial closures, basically into IFRS and US GAAP. So
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
trying to, gain a skill set on that feature again.
Right, Vibhu. See, I give you an example. Chart accountant and the management accounting play a very dynamic role. They go very hand in hand. And what happens, what CA does is more into audit and taxation, whereas what CMA does is feature analysis, risk analysis, data analytics. These are skill set which we have incorporated into a qualification. So what I have seen, there are a lot of takers who have been chart accountant who do a qualification to have an international exposure and to avail this qualification, which is acceptable in 150 plus countries.
Hello, do you hear?
Right.
Hello,
Yeah.
do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My name is Baharuddin. I'm calling you from Abu Dhabi.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm working as an accountant here for the past 30 years. Will you believe? Just then, unfortunately, because of not doing updation, that remain as an accountant. Just my salary is okay, but just I can support all the people who is under me. But the problem is I don't know what I know actually, but I have the 30 years of extensive experience. I'm working in a corporate group having multiple franchise of audio work, seven post and all those dealership and oil field and contract. But I don't know that what I know actually. Whatever the thing which I know that I am starting to forget one by one.
Barudin, see what your voice was echoing. I was finding it very hard to hear you. What I really understand that you're working in an accounting company.
Do you hear?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I can hear you now, but your voice is cracking.
Yeah.
Its voice is echoing. If you can type it for us, that will be wonderful. But nonetheless, Barudin, I could only understood that you're working for an accounting. You have 16 years experience. I could not get your answer correctly because I think your voice was echoing. You can type it for us. Any more question?
One question, sir. Actually, this side Abhishek here.
Hi,
I'm
Abhishek.
working. I'm working in a bank actually, sir. I'm having an experience of around 15 years plus.
Okay.
So I had worked in different verticals. Now presently I'm working in branch banking. Before that I was in a CPC.
Hmm.
So like whether this course is going to help me in any way and like what type of, because my age is now I'm 40 plus. So whether this course will help me, sir, like to get
Abhishek,
a, yes, sir.
Abhishek, at the age of 80, Warren Buffett is still learning. So he's still studying
Okay.
PhD. Right?
Yeah,
Age,
right.
age is just a number. And if you stop
Yes, sir.
learning, then you have, like I always said in the beginning of the beginning of the presentation, the 21st century skills will be people will be those, illiterate will be those who are not able to read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. So
Right, sir. Right.
you need to understand, you need to learn and then unlearn and then relearn new skills. And bank, we have a very interesting part, chapter two. If you say part two, we cover risk management. Risk
Right,
management is
right.
so crucial for the bank in today's world. Cybersecurity is so crucial for today's banking sector. And I think
Correct.
that will help you.
Okay, okay, right, right. And so whether IMA is helping in the placement, like if any dedicated team is there, or in
Yeah,
case if it fits.
we have a dedicated team. We recently rolled out multiple offers. We just rolled out 2 offers today in Oracle. So Oracle is
Okay.
hiring between the package of 17 to 15. So we are HP is working with us, Wipro is working with us, JLL is working with us. So we have multiple opportunities. Keep coming. Keep a track on the LinkedIn. So the jobs opportunities are always there.
Okay, 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 right, right, sir. Thanks, sir.
Ashi, if you can type it down, because I think we are hearing your voice a bit and funny. So maybe if you can just type it down for us. If you can just help in chat, then I'll be able to address your query.
Sir, one more small question.
Yes, Satya.
So the today's world, everything is now computerized and everything is in software, depend on technology. So anything related to this, like data analytics or any software is related to this, so where we can work or implement this, our CMA over there, whether we are going to learn that thing on this course or purely based on only accountings.
See, if you'll see, I'll just open the slide once again, and I'll open you the content, so you'll understand this once again. If you'll see, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And you can see that we talk more on technology analytics, chapter 1, part 1.
Yeah. Correct.
So
Sir.
we have kept technology analytics, risk management, investment decision, professional ethics. These are a very non-accounting kind of topic, which is essential to be a part of a finance roles.
Okay.
And probably if you see that very rarest of rare that you see any finance qualification having technology analytics, decision analyst.
Technological revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it, sir. Got it.
So,
Yes, Abhishek. Abhishek, if just in case if you're not able to speak to me, you can just send a chat.
okay, right, sir, right.
But anyhow, I can hear you, Abhishek. Tell me, what is the query?
Yeah. Actually, what Mr. Satya was asking, like in just today, you told that two like offers were there for Oracle, right? So
Yeah.
for those offers, sir, whether SAP and all those things, whatever idea I have, because we are not, I'm not that expert in SAP, or whether any software courses will be required. Python nowadays is very much popular, I heard. So
And
these
what we
courses,
just to give you Abhishek, once you become an
yeah,
IMA
yes,
member,
sir.
you get an open doors for about close to 200, 300 odd certification. So whereas like if you want to do data analytics, you want to do something on AI, or you want to do something on cybersecurity, apart from CMA qualification, we open the doors for you to do those qualifications. That's a separate certification. We give it to a member just to ensure that they stay ahead of the curve, apart from US CMA qualification.
Okay. No, but for getting into this job, whether we require this, like just to have an idea, like what Oracle are asking, is it they are asking only CMA passed with accounting finance knowledge we should have plus.
Let me open the JD and quickly tell you, so you'll have a better understanding, right? That will help you.
Yeah, sure, sir, sure. If you can do that, it will be helpful.
So what they're looking at, something who knows automation work with stakeholders, understanding requirement of making available tools, deep dive analysis, supporting BPS, willingness to learn system and tools for firm, and they're also asking somebody who can present KPI to management and stakeholders, and they're looking at something who can forecast end to end, budget end to end, and actual reporting. This is what the JD looks like to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. So right. So second part, it speaks more about the CA budget and all. It's probably it's part of costing. But first part, I think so. It's more related to technology.
They see what I'm telling you. If you'll see
Uh-huh.
majority of the jobs, they finance function, they always ask or something on data analytics. If you're able to
Okay.
analyze and forecast, and you can do something on risk management has been so crucial these days, where companies are asking what happens when third wave or fourth wave will come again, what kind of risk management we should do. And
Correct.
you'll be able to share your best practice, that this is how organization should do, or certain people should go and work from home. You should give you analysis. This is more essential right now. You can focus and you can tell that what are the risk compliance you'll follow.
Okay. Right. So right.
Vinit, there is a chat. Can you just
Oh,
open
yes.
the chat, and there is a message from Arshi Dixit.
Sir, I have completed my graduation. My post graduation is now I'm working in a finance analyst, and I have upskill my knowledge to and move out from the country. So I would just wanted to ask that CMA US is 1 year course enough to move out of the country, as I'm just 23 years old right now. I have many options, so just wanted to ask, that is my decision to pursue CMA as an irrelevant. Actually, just to give an insight, our major population is based, like if you'll see that 20,000 students are right now in India, and the majority of them are from Kerala, and a lot of them students are from South India, Bangalore, and they do this qualification to move out, and they always wanted to explore opportunities in UAE, Dubai, and Australia and US. Because like I said, we are quite available. We are quite, like quite famous in some American countries and UAE and Australia and all these countries where we are quite in demand. So yes, we have our offices there also. So and over and above, since you wanted to move out, see what most essential thing is, like we don't help in visas, right? That depends on you. That what is your profile and what is your role and what kind of like either you're going for a student visa or you're going for any kind of work visa. That depends on person to person. But yes, once you're in that country, CMA is quite relevant and quite in demand there. Did I answer your query?
Yes.
You can type it, Ashi. Yeah, you have a very different voice. Or you can type it for me. I can just answer. So, like I said, Ashi, I just wanted to re-emphasize. If you're really looking to move abroad, and definitely you should do this qualification, and this will helps you a global qualification, where this qualification is accepted in quite a lot of countries. Any more question?
Sir, one more.
Yes, Satya.
Sir, as you said, the financial sector is more into risk management, and whether they will prefer CMA rather than FRM, financial risk management. This was completed FRM rather than CMA.
I'm so sorry. There's one more question, Ankur, and I think Satya. I think we've been speaking a lot. I think let me answer one more question for Ankur.
Please.
So, like, Ankur is saying hi. Hi,
Hmm.
Ankur, hi, I'm FRM and CFA L2 preparing for L3, 20 years risk management exposure. I'm interested for CMA. How much accounting is involved in this? Ankur, I wish you have attended our session last week. We did a session. There was a student who has been not good in accounting and not good in math, and she is able to crack the exam. So it's not much, not that in deep dive. It's just bit of finance and accounting. And to give you a surprise, I'm from sales. I have 20 years experience. I'm going to do US CMA, so I have no clue about finance and accounting. Compared to CFA, that's very nice that you have FRM and you're doing CFA. CFA is more difficult course and is very good on merger and acquisition. It's good qualification, and then certainly CMA will help you on that. And whereas CMA is not that difficult as CFA. Thanks, Ankur. Any more question?
So what about the what sir was asking, that since FRM is also there, like risk for risk, why the employer will prefer CMA? Like FRM is a recognized course by GRAP actually.
Right,
No.
absolutely. See,
What is
Abhishek,
the USP or something like sir? Why
FRM
professional?
is more deep dive. See, FRM is more into deep dive into risk management, and CFA is more into merger and acquisition. So we will not go that deep dive into risk management. I'm being very honest and upfront. We'll cover the world of all the world, which is more essential. Like I talk about the 6 competency framework in my presentation. We'll talk on more about leadership skills. We will pick those things which is essential, and we have done a deep dive research to ensure that what kind of skills are required. So we have covered that.
Okay. Means
So
for risk, yes, sir.
yes, I'm so sorry.
No, for risk, I think so. Like employer will prefer FRM. That is
Oh yes, Ankur, you can answer this. Please go on. I think you are the expert on FRM. Yes, please go ahead. You have to unmute yourself, Ankur, if you wanted to answer this.
Sorry. Hi, apparently the most important understanding is that you are actually supposed to have a appropriate 360-degree exposure. And after having been in this industry close to 20 years, all I can say is that the apparent world of finance, it has undergone a rather 360-degree turn. So basically, if you will be focusing only on the aspects of risk without having a proper understanding of the overall, you know, overall corporate strategy, apparently, it would be extremely difficult to, have a proper, exposure. So the understanding of a strategy and appropriate corporate governance standards, along with the impacts of overall financial risk management, is something which is important. So FRM along with CMA is one of the ideal combination to have for the next 5 years at least. Apparently 15 years, we don't know. 5 years, yes, absolutely. It is required. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Ankur. Thanks, Ankur. You have answered it very
Very
clearly. Thanks for
All
answering
right.
this question.
Somebody has typed again.
Yeah. I think Baharuddin was not able to. We were not able to hear Baharuddin saying, "Hi, I'm from UAE, working as a accountant for 30 years. I would like to know whether it's possible for me to, since I'm age 50 years. I also would like to know about to conduct any course on budgeting, cash flow, and finance reporting. Actually, I find difficult when I attend some mock test on CMA. So I think Baruddin, I think what I'll park this question. Age is just a number, absolutely. So now Baruddin, I would park this question to Basmati. She will be able to answer this because I think you wanted to know how difficult when I can attend mocks, so she'll be able to answer. Basmati, you want to take this?
Yeah, sure. See, you have not done the classes. You have not studied. Before that, if you take the mock test, of course, it will be a little harder, in the harder side. CMA is not so easy. Of course, you have to know a lot of things. It's a broader course. For everything, you have to have a little bit of deep knowledge, and the questions also, the way it comes in the exam, they also are a little twisted, and every question is a case study where you have to understand the scenario, and there will be options A, B, C, D. You have to choose the right option. So you need some practice, some understanding of concepts, and you have to attend some classes, study your books, and after that, if you try to solve the mock test, I am sure you will be able to do that. So initially trying to solve the mock test and getting disappointed, I don't think is a very cool idea. Any question, Bharatin? Yeah, you may be having a lot of experience in accounting, and you are a veteran person also. But when it comes to a particular course, a particular syllabus, then it doesn't matter. See, I'm telling you something very frankly. I have seen. I thought I can do with no. That's what I was answering you. It's not about experience. You need to know the content. So I have seen BCom, a person studying BCom, he is passing in first round, like first attempt, and CA, chartered accountant. with a lot of experience, more than 40, 45 or 50, not able to pass in first attempt. It doesn't always depend on experience. You have to know the things also.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very,
Yeah.
very well said, Baswati. It's just that, the qualification where you have to solve complex problem in a real time basis, and you have to solve real cases. Like probably you'll, in an essay you might get in a question like, what if you were, what if like if you were a finance controller, and a CFO write you an email that Jet Airways is filing bankruptcy. What will be analysis? What will be a people skill? What will be a leadership skill? What will be all six competencies you have to put that into one question and answer what will be your strategy to save a company from crisis. And believe me, like Baswati very well said, that people with a lot of years of experience are not able to crack, because what happened, there has been a gap for so many years. And we are working right now, and we don't have so much time, and so we have to take out time weekend. So you can certainly do it. We're not scaring you, but just ensure that you follow a process of a training what Baswati tell you, and ensure that you give number of mocks, you'll be able to clear it, right?
Yeah, Bharathin, we will be conducting section-wise mocks. Like as you have seen the syllabus just now, like there are 12 core sections. So after each section, we take a mock, and then slowly and some steadily we increase the confidence level of the student. And there's a like process for everything. You cannot use the escalator always, right? So it is a step-by-step journey. And I'm sure you just talk to us tomorrow maybe. And I know you are in UAE, so direct talking is little problematic, but you can talk in WhatsApp. I'll be giving you my WhatsApp number directly, so we can have a chat or we can have a WhatsApp call, and we can like give you the necessary confidence which is needed. And with your experience this much, I can tell you that of course it is not a waste, your experience. And if I compare you with a fresher, your experience will help you to pass the exam faster, much faster than anybody else. So but of course you have to study a little bit, you have to know the concepts. That's it. Any other question? No other question after that? Okay, okay. Thanks. Yeah, I'll wait for your call. Fine. I guess we are done with the question round, which you are supposed to ask Mr. Vineet Power, right, students? Only one student, Mr. Andrew, he did not ask anything. Are you there, or he has left?
Ankur, I think you can have one-to-one with Baswati's and team, and then you can probably, it will be ideal if you can go for one-to-one.
One-to-one session. Yeah, of course, Ankur. Of course, we can have. Can
Yes.
Can I get job in India? Of course you can. Of course, there are a lot of possibilities. Okay, because we are authorized partner of IMA, and whenever a company comes to IMA asking for US CMS, we get the vacancies. Vineet and other people are there who send us the vacancies. So not to worry, with your experience, and we'll have having the prestige of certification of CMA US, you can easily get a job in India. Yes, Ankur, please give me a call tomorrow. Of the portions like CMA syllabus, job scope, and all these are all covered by Vineet. So let us directly go to the Uplift Pro portion. Yes, CMA US job opportunities and all, as you have already told, worldwide and even in India. Different kind of profiles. CMA US gets a job recently. That these are the corporates who have hired the our US CMA candidates. This already Vineet has shown you the eligibility, that is bachelor degree and 2 years of professional experience. Now this 2 years of professional experience, as someone was asking, this is a little dicey. You can write the exam, you can pass the exam, you can get the mark sheet if you do not have, even if you do not have 2 years of experience. Okay, so that's the reason we have a lot of BCom candidates in first year, second year, in third year and all. They're doing CMA US with us. Only for getting the final mark sheet from IMA US, you have to show 2 years of experience certificate to IMA. And for that, after passing your CMA papers, you have 7 years of time. So suppose you are in third year, of course, you won't be having experience, right? So you passed the CMA US exam. You got your mark sheet also, which is equally good as as getting the certificate of CMA US. You wrote in your resume that I have passed CMA US papers. So with that resume and all, you got a job, good job as I suppose as a financial analyst in a company. And then once you complete 2 years, then you have to show your 2 years of experience certificate to IMA for letting them issue the final CMS certificate. And for doing this process, you have 7 long years in your hand. Is it clear? Okay, so and then exam pattern, this is also shown. 100 MCQs are there, and followed by there are 2 essay questions. Exams are conducted in Prometrics. There are 3 exam windows: Jan, Feb, May, June, and September, October. Next slide. This is also shown. The syllabus is, if you want, we can give. Yes. Now, somebody asks, I think Vivu, he is not there. Why there are so many institutions nowadays? Actually, there were not many institutions even before 5 years. The last 5 years, each and everybody, they are teaching CMA US. I don't know how and why. Anyway, I am in this market for the last 10 years. So if you ask me why CMA US from Uplift Pro, why not other institutions? There are so many reasons. The first reason is trustworthiness. See, if somebody asks me to do something, I will go to somebody who knows the game, who knows the trick. So of course I will not go to a novice. Right. So these are some traits which we have, like end-to-end support. When we say it's live training in Zoom, just the way sir was teaching you. Then the books, the software, MCQs, essays, mock questions, everything is 360-degree package you get from us. The books are also whether they are PDFs or they're hard copies, they come from the US, from IMA authorized publishers. Everything is transparent here. Then we give you till you pass access. Like suppose somebody, we had this kind of instance, like somebody has wrote the first part, passed the first part, and then suppose he got transferred in the US or in the Europe, he could not continue. After 2 years, 3 years, he comes back again and continued with the second part. We did not take an extra penny from him. So we give till you pass access to the students. Until you pass both your papers, you are our student at no extra cost, which is unlikely with other institutions. There is a re-registration cost for them. Then as we are authorized partner, we provide you discounts in IMA fees. You must be knowing to IMA also you have to pay your membership fees and your exam fees, entrance fees and all. But being our IMA's authorized partner, we'll be giving you a good amount of discounts. So can you please go to the slide before? Not this one, Shreya. Yes. So then we provide you recordings after each live class. Suppose the live classes are held in the evening, Monday to Saturday. And then after the live class is over, you get the recording. After each one live class, you get one recording. So that's how we help you to revise. And on an average, there is 94% pass rate. And yes, we conduct scholarship tests. And if you get a good marks, we give you some discount on behalf of Uplift also. Okay, there are so many reasons why you should join Uplift Pro for CMA. Yes, I'm not saying that other people do not give anything. Of course, there are some goods in most of the institutions, but as I told you, if I want to do something like cut my hair, or if I want to go for a spa, where will you go? Will you go for a local spa, or you will go for somewhere where there is quality and economy both, where you can afford it and you will get the quality? So of course we always look for some place where we can afford, like they're not going to cut our pocket. We can afford their service, as well as we'll enjoy good quality service. So that's what Uplift Pro is. Next slide, please. Shreya, I will just request you to describe this fee structure.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, everyone. So there is a certain fees you have to pay to the IMA before registering or giving the exam. So there's a membership fees which is valid for 1 year, entrance fees which is actually valid for 3 years, and examination fees which is actually payable for a per paper wise. Now all these three fees are different for the professionals and who are academic students, like who are into graduation or in a post graduation regular students. For them the fees would be the different. So this membership fees, entrance fees, and examination fees, actually all together it will be a $1460. As a approved partner, we get a certain discount from the IMA, and then after a discount, the professionals needs to pay the $990. Now this $990 you don't need to pay at one go, because we first give you the training. We conduct couple of mock tests. When you are getting good scores in mock test, then only the faculty will give you a green signal to write the exam. Then only you have to pay this fees in a different way. Like first you will pay the membership entrance fees. Now after that, when you are paying giving examination, then you have to pay the examination fees. Now this $990 is a discounted amount for the professionals, and $600 is a discounted amount for the students. Whereas the actual cost for the professionals is $1460, and for the students it's $1,035. So here you can save the money to join Uplift, because Uplift gets certain discount as a approved partner of the IMA US.
If you're interested to join, by tomorrow, you will be get it in mail also, so that you can do a scrutiny and you understand it properly. Okay, fine. I think most of the members, they have already left the meeting. So Shreya, could you please rapidly go to the last slide? These are some of our students who have already passed CMA US with flying colors. Some testimonials. We have a YouTube channel. You can go to YouTube and you can just check Uplift Pro, Uplift Pro Academy or Uplift Pro. You can see a lot of video testimonials also. Yes, next. Yes, CMA is like, recruiters looks for CMA. That's true. We have a dedicated placement team where we keep on giving you job updates, the recent job updates, wherever suppose somebody wants a CMA, somebody wants a risk manager, somebody wants a person who has experience in planning, budgeting, forecasting. So anything and everything which the topics which are included in CMA, if there is any need in the industry by any company on those particular trades, those particular domains, we instantly let you know. There's a WhatsApp group for that. Yes, these are our students who are working in different companies around the world. This is our phone number, email ID, so you can contact us. Yeah, so thank you so much, everybody. So let us call it a day. Thank you for your patience of staying back. Thank you, Kumar Sagar. Thank you, Satya. So, Ramesh sir, of course, thanks a lot.
Thank you so
And
much, madam.
so tomorrow, Satya, you can talk to Dr. Mukherjee or Shreya, and Kumar Sagar, you also can do your communication with us. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you
sure,
so
ma'am.
much for participating. Any question you have?
Will not. Yes, ma'am. I want to know that I am weak in English.
You are not that proficient in English.
Yes, ma'am. It's my problem.
Okay. What do you do? What are you a BCom student?
Yes, ma'am. I am become student.
Okay. Where do you belong to?
I belong to Jharkhand.
Okay. See, how do you call yourselves? Kumar or Sagar?
You can call me Sagar.
Okay. So you said you can call me Sagar. That means you understand English and you can reciprocate in the right way. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
Sagar, this much is enough for passing an exam. You are not passing, going to appear for IELTS. You are going to pass a finance exam or a technical exam where your knowledge is the most important thing, not your English. Okay. Of course, this is the exam will be held in English. You should understand the question. You should read the question properly and understand what exactly they are asking. But if you have knowledge, and along with practice doing mocks and again and again and again, after every section doing mocks, English is absolutely no issue in this. Believe me, I have seen people. I know a boy. He is from somewhere near Hyderabad, from a village from Hyderabad. That guy, when I called from the first day, that guy was literally trembling. He was not able to, you were communicating with me, he was not able to communicate with me. He was like answering in yes, no, okay, fine, that way. Okay. That was long back, around 3-4 years ago. So that guy later on, he had a very sharp brain in maths and all. He passed his CMA in first attempt. And after that, not only that, he passed his CPA also. So he is now a CMA plus CPA. Can you imagine? He was not able to talk to me on the first day. So language is no bar. Okay. So if you are really interested, if you are ambitious to do something, this much of communication, what you did with me, I can guarantee you, this won't make any problem. Your language won't make any problem. Of course, you have to work hard. You have to do a lot of mocks and all other things are there, because without working hard, we cannot get anything in life. So only BCom is not sufficient nowadays to be to get a good job in an MNC or to be established in life. You need some professional qualification. And as far as the professional qualifications go, like CMA, CPA, CFA, FRM, believe me, CMA has the highest return of investment and it takes the shortest time. Okay, by the time you graduate, you can do your CMA. So that's why it has become so popular among the student community. Okay, so any other question? I have given you my number. You can call me tomorrow or you can call Shreya. Sagar,
Yes, ma'am. I hear.
do you think you can do it?
Maybe, ma'am.
Yes, you can. Not maybe. Say I can. Why you cannot? Because you are not very fluent in English. That's why. You
Yes,
ask
ma'am.
Professor Ramesh Babu Nimani.
My
Is
surrounding is also
language a
not
big
good.
issue? No, not at all.
No. Absolutely, he has no issue with the language, madam.
Yes,
And
he is
Sagar,
communicating.
yeah, he's very much communicating. And Sagar, in any case, ours is a multiple choice questions examination. You will be
Yes.
tested on your knowledge and skill, not on the language. You need not write paragraphs, papers here, not required. Even the case study also small, this much answers you should type over there. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Absolutely, there will be no issue at all.
One special thing is that I had passed my 12th in commerce stream, but there is a COVID period.
Right. So
That's
what?
okay. It happens.
Yeah. There are so many people who have passed in COVID period. So that doesn't mean
Due
that
to
you know
COVID,
less accounting.
yes, ma'am. Due to COVID, we can't study properly.
You couldn't study properly. That I understand. Nobody could study properly during the COVID time. But now you have to get up. You have to show the world that it's not like they have simply given you the certificate, right? So you have to do hard work. You have to make a promise to yourself that you will pass BCom and CMA US together, like many other people do. We have a lot. If you come to a class, you can see there are a lot of BCom students. They're all having the same idea.
By the way, Sagar, don't worry. Now COVID is not there. Point A, point B, we are there with you.
Some
Relax.
confidence is lacking, I can see, Sagar. So it's a matter of confidence, just it, nothing else. This is my number. You can call or WhatsApp me anytime. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Satya? Satya has already asked a lot of questions to Vineet Power.
Yes. Ma'am, I will ask one more question.
Yes.
What average salary that recently you have recruited now from our
Depends
Uplift,
on, see. We have student who is a CFO in a company in Bangalore. We
Okay.
have student who is a fresher and joined just as a as an analyst in a company in Gurgaon, Gunjan, a little girl. Just after she started with BCom, and just after passing BCom and CMA, she has joined a company. So it's a huge range. What can I say? It can be 40,000 per month to 50,000 per month, and for a CFO, it can be 5 lakhs per month. So it totally depends on your expertise, your experience, the company you are getting recruited into, and the way, of course, at the end of the day, how you perform in the interview table, how good you negotiate. Because see, we can put you up to the interview table, and then after that, there you have to prove yourself, right?
Yes.
So, and what is your experience level, by the way?
Actually, I'm working in Canara Bank for the last 3.5 years.
3.5
So,
years. Okay.
yeah.
So that 3.5 years is your total experience for CMA.
Yeah. The 3.5 years I'm in
in
credit
accounting.
department in a bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. With this experience or with a professional accounting degree, of course, you will be getting a good job in India, or if you try in UAE or other countries also, you'll be getting a better hike, much better hike. That I can promise.
Okay.
Okay, Satya. So you can also contact with me in the given number. I have given my number
Sure.
in the chat box. Okay. So let us call it a day. It was beautiful having all of you in this evening. Friday evening it was. So all of you have gained and joined here and stayed here for so long. That clearly shows that you are really sincere and interested to do something in life. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, madam. Have a great day.
Thanks. Shreya, could you please end the meeting?